Join me as we dive into the ultimate guide for packing smartly for your trip to Japan. Trust me, you don't want to make the same mistakes that I did on my first trip. So stick around for some invaluable tips. Hello, Justin Nagin here, and I've been there not knowing what to bring or not to bring when flying to Japan. Now let this video be your ultimate guide. Now basically I would like to categorize our packing list for easier discussion. Now these are the essentials, clothing, essentials 2, gifts and souvenirs, and don't pack. And of course some of the optionals. Essential items to pack. Now let's talk about the essentials. Don't leave home without your, of course, passport and travel documents through Ziploc and transparent envelope. It's better to put them in the Ziploc or transparent envelope so that in the airport it's easier to take out. And next is the slip-on footwear. In Japan, it's customary to remove your shoes when entering certain establishments like temples or traditional restaurants. So slip-on footwear or magnet clips make this process quicker and more convenient. Now they allow you to easily take off and put on your shoes without hassle. Of course, the IC card. So you can have this one in 2 or 3 ways. The first way is just with a physical card. The second way with a bungee attachment. And the third one is you can have this one digital. So for those using IC cards like Ikoko or Suica for public transportation, accessing the card quickly is important. Now passcase with bungee attachment allows you to keep the card easily accessible, attached to your bag, and prevents it from getting lost. Now keep on watching. I will share some of the ninja tricks for this IC card, but this can be done already into a digital one, especially for iPhones. Next would be the camera. If you're using your iPhone or you're using your Android phones, then that would be fine. But if you're a person like me that I like photography, and fortunately I forgot my lens, and so I'm including this one in your list. I brought the body of my D5300, but I forgot the lens. Next would be chargers for electronics. So don't forget your chargers for every electronics that you have or equipment that you have. Maybe be your laptop, your phone, or anything that needs to be charged. Although outlets and plugs may be important to you, but it's not difficult to find them here. Cash and credit cards, with wallet, with built-in coin purse. I'd say it's easier to have a built-in coin purse in your wallet because whenever you need cash, you also have the coins and you have the paper bills. So that's just my own personal opinion. If you're a person that would include buses in your travel, then please carry 1,000 bills. Although it's not a problem if you're using IC cards on buses, but in some cases, in remote areas, some of the buses don't have IC card function, and so you would end up using cash. So take note, they don't change other bills other than 1,000, so it depends on the technology that they have. Bus drivers typically don't accept larger bills like 5,000 or 10,000 yen notes, so having 1,000 yen bills on hand is essential for charging your card and paying fares when needed. Next one is medication. So if you are taking some meds, just make sure you have your prescription with you. And yeah, it's difficult to find a prescription here in Japan because they have a Japanese prescription alone. They have a different prescription here and also the dosage. And so if you're traveling here, hopefully nothing bad will happen to you here. However, please make sure you have a maintenance, so bring your own meds. Next would be a day bag. So if you have a day bag, that would be useful because you can leave the bigger luggages or baggages in your hotel, and a day bag would be very useful for traveling. However, you can also use some coin lockers if you ever need a lot of things in your bigger bag or maybe medium-sized bag, and so a day bag that could fit only what you need is a good tip. Next would be a power bank. Now power bank, of course, if you ended up losing a lot of your battery on your phone, then this would be very useful. And next would be the portable Wi-Fi or SIM card, because it's easier for you to travel here with your Wi-Fi to use your Google Maps and of course Google Translate. But this would be mainly used for your maybe uploads, Instagram stories, Facebook or YouTube, and you want to update people here and there. But I'd say you'll be maybe 80% you'll be using it for navigation. Next, let's go with the clothing. Now, depending on Japan's unique seasons, you see Japan doesn't just have your typical 4 seasons. we're talking about a country with 24 seasons or 24 seki. Now, because it will take time to discuss this 24 seki, let us simply use the 4 seasons only. Now, basically, you should consider varied weather conditions corresponding to these seasons. It's essential to pack versatile clothing suitable for both warm and cold temperatures, as well as waterproof gear for rainy seasons and layers for fluctuating weather. Now, from spring, March to May, the average temperature is 10 degrees to 20 degrees Celsius. So the clothing suggestions would be, of course, light layers such as long sleeve shirts and sweaters for cool mornings and evenings. T-shirts and breathable clothing for warmer daytime temperatures, and a light jacket for windbreaker for occasional rain. Of course, comfortable walking shoes for exploring cherry blossoms and parks. Now, summer, June to August, average temperature is 20 degrees to 30 degrees or even 35 degrees. Now, the clothing suggestions would be light and breathable clothing. T-shirts, I like t-shirts, shorts, skirts, and just to stay cool, and of course sunscreen, sandals, or breathable shoes for comfortable walking in the heat. Of course, don't forget your umbrella and rain showers. However, you can see umbrellas in Japan, so I think you can buy some, but if you need a compact one, then that would be helpful. Next would be autumn. Now, September to November, the average temperature is 15 to 25 degrees. That can be similar with the spring. Now, it's really up to you, but it will be long sleeve shirts, light sweaters, and of course jackets for cool mornings and evenings. Jeans or trousers paired with comfortable walking shoes for exploring fall foliage and temples, and a scarf maybe, and gloves for cooler days, waterproof outerwear wear for occasional rain, particularly in September and October. Now, let's go to winter, so December to February. So average temperature is 0, sometimes minus, depending on the place, to 10 degrees. Now, warm clothing such as heavy coats, sweaters, and thermal underwear for cold temperatures. So you need some layering, and I'd say you'd use a heat tech. Now, it really depends on where you will be in Japan. If you would be near the high altitude, and of course near Hokkaido, then that would have a greater gear like insulated boots or sturdy shoes. It's really up to you. But if you're just in the city in the winter, I won't recommend like the heavy things that you need. So layered clothing to adjust the indoor heating, which can vary in intensity. These are the essentials too. Now consider packing like a small hand towel. It can be useful. Emergency poncho, deodorant, spare glasses, contacts, face masks, emergency whistle for earthquakes, because Japan is prone to earthquakes, so being prepared for emergencies is crucial. Now, carrying an emergency whistle allows you to attract attention if you find yourself trapped in a collapsed building. I don't want to scare you, but there are a lot of earthquakes in Japan, and it can vary in intensity, but it's better to be prepared. Now, let's go with the gifts and souvenirs. So, spreading some love. So, I recommend you to bring some souvenirs from your home country to Japan. It can be any simple candy, it can be food, delicacy from your own country, or some items that you can give because Japanese people are very appreciative. And so if you give maybe your host family, you can give this one to a friend in Japan or a new friend that you have met, then that is a really good gesture for them. So I'll give you 3 reasons why you should bring. One is cultural exchange. Now, bringing souvenirs from one's home country can foster cultural exchange and dialogue. Now, it provides an opportunity to share a piece of one's culture with locals in Japan and vice versa. Number 2 is the gesture of appreciation. Now, offering a souvenir from one's home country can be seen as a gesture of appreciation and respect towards hosts in Japan, especially if you're staying with a host family or visiting friends. And last reason would be icebreaker. Souvenirs can serve as icebreakers in social interactions, helping to initiate conversations and build connections with locals. It can be a great way to break down barriers and forge friendships. Now, one thing is that maybe you will not understand each other in Japanese and English. However, if you have that kind of souvenir, they will really feel the warmth, really understand the language of giving the souvenir, and it gives positive impact of why you are in Japan. So some of my recommendations would be some postcards of small goodies from home, small gifts from locals or hosts, and delicacies from your hometown. Now these are the items that you should not pack or not to pack. Lighten the load, leave behind the snacks on the go, cause why not try Japanese snacks and drinks. Toiletries, and most hotels provide them. Umbrellas, because they're readily available in Japan. But if you need the compact size, then you can bring your own. Next would be pajamas or nightgowns. It's actually provided by hotels, and you have that yukata, and you'd really enjoy taking pictures of it if it's your first time. So you don't need pajamas and nightgowns. Next, don't bring swimsuits unless you're visiting specific locations, because if you are in a public onsen or an onsen, you won't be wearing any swimsuits because you'll be naked in onsen. Heavy guidebooks. Now, while guidebooks can be helpful, carrying heavy or bulky ones can be tiring. Now consider using digital versions like Kindle on your smartphone or tablet instead. Another one is heavy laptops or gadgets. Now if you're a vlogger, of course this can't be helped. They have anime cafes here, or like the internet cafe, and you can use some of them if you need to check the internet, maybe upload something and you need a computer. I actually have a video about this on my channel, so please check them out. Now these are the optional things to pack. Well, adapters. So you may be in a country that you would need these kinds of adapters. However, for my personal experience, I'm coming from the Philippines, and I can use everything here based from what I have, like my laptop, my phone. Maybe if you're from Australia or New Zealand, Europe, and UK, you have different outlets or pins that you have. So what I could recommend is just bring your own extension cord with those holes instead of bringing each adapter anywhere. You can also buy this one in the stores in Japan, but just for you, if it would be a little bit bulky on your baggage. Now another thing would be the travel pillow. If you are a person that cannot sleep without a travel pillow, you can bring one. Also, reusable shopping bag. Thus, bringing a reusable shopping bag is essential for reducing plastic waste and ensuring you have a way to carry your purchases. Additionally, it can be handy for other purposes such as transporting laundry back to your hotel. Alright folks, that's a wrap on your ultimate packing guide for Japan. I want to hear from you, so drop your best packing tips in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more travel content. Until next time, happy travel. See you. Mata ne.